Hi, Hayden Holland here.
And I'm Alex Demjanovic. Welcome to The Tomorrow Show.
We are focusing on the brutal truth of the reality in North Korea today, under the power of Kim Jong-un. Enjoy. The invasion of the North Korean People's Army across the 38th parallel was the first military act of the Cold War, threatening the United States' attempt to contain communism. The Korean War from 1950 to 1953 remains unresolved due to the call for a ceasefire in the Armistice Agreement instead of a permanent peace settlement between North and South Korea.
The Armistice Agreement created a demilitarized zone heavily fortified on both sides by both nations. The agreement justifies a heavy investment in the nation's demilitarization.
Problems emerge today due to the primary capital funding, the fortification of the demilitarization zone, diminishing human and material resources directed towards the public. The government's priorities of funding have denied the public basic necessities and severely lowered the standards of living in North Korea. These graphs on heritage.org show the overall financial situation in North Korea in comparison to the global average and the U.S. The business freedom in North Korea is significantly lower than the global average and the U.S. Due to the isolation in North Korea, there is no current information on their business freedom. As you can see in the graph, North Korea has absolutely no trade freedom. The property freedom in North Korea is at an all-time low, hitting 0. There is also no labor freedom in North Korea due to the government's control of the workforce.
As you can see, the fortification of the demilitarized zone has had detrimental effects on the economy and the public. Now we will talk about the man who is in charge of this deteriorating and suffering country.
On December 17, 2011, Kim Jong-il died. It was not immediately clear after his death whether Jong-un would in fact take full power. North Korea's cult of personality around Kim Jong-un was stepped up following his father's death. He was hailed as the respected comrade who is identical to the Supreme Commander Kim Jong-il. The Korean Central News Agency described Kim Jong-un as a great person born of heaven, while the ruling Workers' Party said in an editorial, "We vow with bleeding tears to call Kim Jong-un our Supreme Commander, our leader." On December 26, 2011, Kim Jong-un was announced chairman of the Central Military Commission and supreme leader of the country following his father's demise.
General Hyun Yong-chol, the commander of the North Korea's People's Armed Forces, was executed by firing squad mid-May of this year. The execution was performed in front of hundreds of North Korea's top officials in order to promote loyalty to the supreme leader. Chol was executed for disrespecting Kim Jong-un by sleeping while he was speaking. The North Korean leader has executed at least 15 other top officials since the beginning of this year in a desperate attempt to maintain control of the country.
As you can see, Kim Jong-un doesn't seem to have his priorities straight. Now we will interview the public on their views about the conditions in North Korea today. These are Yeonmi Park's words. Hi, today we're here with Yeonmi Park. She was 13 when she escaped from North Korea, and she's going to share some of her story with us today. First off, what was it like living in North Korea?
Well, when I was there, I never thought of saying or even thinking anything against the regime. We thought our leader loves us. He's trying to protect us from the Americans, the evil country.
Wow, so there was some sort of indoctrination in North Korea.
Yeah, that was my world in North Korea, to think about how to hate the Americans and to praise our leader every day, 24 hours a day.
Tell us about your generation.
Well, in North Korea, the government tells you what to wear, what to see, what to say, what to watch, what to study, and everything of what to do. It decides what job you have. If you want to be a doctor, the government decides it for you. And if your father is in a party, you can go to college, but if he's a farmer, you cannot. So it's very controlled.
Wow, does Kim Jong-un enforce some sort of censorship?
Actually, I did not even know the word internet when I was there. I didn't know social media at all. And if you don't know about it, how can you dream about it? There was little food. All you could think about is what you were going to eat tomorrow. And it's a luxury to think about computers.
Sorry, she's just having a moment about life without social media. So, do you think society is changing today in North Korea?
Yes, I think it is. My friend's mother was killed because she saw a Hollywood film movie. People risk their lives to watch a movie. People feel the desire to be free. People in North Korea cannot even dance or sing. How ridiculous is that? Freedom of movement and freedom of speech, people do want that. We need that desire for freedom.
Also, how much is the outside world changing the way that people think and live there?
Well, when it was my mother's generation, they thought that they suffered, but at the same time, they would sacrifice anything for the regime. They were very loyal. My generation is slowly beginning to know the truth. We are obeying because we are scared of death.
Thank you, Yunmi Park, for sharing your story today with
Yeah,
Tomorrow
of
News.
course.
For your time, we would like to give you your very own computer.
Wow, what a luxury!
You're welcome. Joseph Kim is also brave enough to share his story and opinion in an interview with us.
Hi, I'm here with Joseph Kim today, and we will be discussing with him his life growing up in North Korea. So who did you live with while growing up, Joseph?
I lived with my father, my mother, and my older sister.
Did they all move to America with you?
Actually, in 1995, when famine struck the country, my father died of starvation. My mother was arrested while trying to cross the border to China, and my sister was sold into slavery.
Can you tell us more about what it was like growing up without your family?
Yeah, when I was 15, I was arrested for not going to school and taken to a detention center in North Korea.
And what did you all experience in this detention center?
Well, my first day there, I saw another teenage boy getting beat so badly we all thought his brain would be damaged. And every night you could hear girls shrieking from being raped in the rooms next door.
And what kind of other violence went on?
About halfway through my time there, I was forced to fight another guard.
Oh wow,
Who
tell us more
was-
about that.
He was clearly bigger and stronger than me and much older. I won, but I was forced to become a guard myself, and if I didn't beat other children, as punishment, they beat me.
And how did you escape all of this?
3 months after I was put in the detention center, I was let out. About a year later, I managed to escape across the border into China, and from there, after about a year, managed to make my way to America.
Oh wow.
That's all the interviews for today. It's hard to find a primary source due to censorship in North Korea.
It's so amazing to be able to talk with all these people with such brave experiences that are all firsthand. Really, it was truly amazing.
Thank you for your time and devotion. One of Kim Jong-un's main weapons is propaganda. He uses it to conceal the truth and the reality of what is actually happening in North Korea today. It is our job to break through the censorship and educate you.
Justin, North Korean propaganda video shows modern American. Here their video claims to be a film of how Americans live today. The video portrays people in the U.S. being extremely poor. They say that the people of America live in tents donated by North Korea, that they have a diet of local snow, and that Americans have eaten the bird population close to extinction. In the video, the narrator also says how Americans use guns to shoot one another, and especially children. This propaganda film is believed to be shown to divert attention away from the thousands of residents starving after failed harvest in North Korea. Another propaganda is from Pyongyang, released a clip on Korean Our Nation showing Barack Obama and American troops burning in flames.
Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Mari.
and this is The Tomorrow Show. This just in, North Korean submarine missile believed to be fake propaganda. On May 9th, North Korea proclaimed they had successfully launched a ballistic test missile from a submarine, implying a breakthrough in its quest for missile-equipped submarines.
It is believed that the government has fabricated the whole missile situation. Military officials have expressed their speculation of an image surfacing from North Korea, depicting a submarine-launched missile. Officials say that this so-called missile is just a manipulative fake propaganda, for the country is not nearly as advanced in such technology as they let on.
They have not gotten as far as their clever video editors would have us believe, said U.S. Admiral James Winfield at the Center for Strategic and International Studies in Washington.
An analysis from German aerospace engineers Marcus Skiller and Robert Smucker of Smucker Technologies reportedly supports Winfield's statements that 2 analysts said that the image of the launch was strongly modified, including reflections of the missile flame in the water which were not in line with the missile itself.
Analysis posted by experts also suggests that the missile appeared to have been launched from an exclusively designed submerged barge rather than a submarine, not supporting North Korea's claim. Photos of the missile from state media were showing no smoke, whereas state television showed images of a missile leaving a trail of white smoke, suggesting that the 2 photos were of different missiles.
This accusation is not something unusual for North Korea. The country has frequently shown fake scenarios in support of their missiles technology, such as glaring mock-ups of missiles at military parades in 2012 and 2013.
Thank you.
Not only is Kim Jong-un attempting to fool the public, he is also testing the limits of the United Nations policies. The United States, responding to a report that North Korea is developing a new space satellite, said that any launch that used ballistic missile technology would be a violation of United Nations policies. Chang Ho, Vice Director of the Scientific Research and Development Department of North Korea's Space Agency, states that a more advanced Earth observation satellite is under development. Marie Harf, a spokeswoman for the U.S. State Department, said, "Any rocket capable of putting a satellite into orbit is using technology almost identical to a ballistic missile. This satellite launch would be a violation of multiple Security Council resolutions that require North Korea to suspend all activities related to ballistic missile program. North Korea is under various sanctions for its missile program and 3 nuclear tests." Chang Ho expressed his thoughts on these speculations, saying, "America and its impure allies are always trying to persecute us, dismissing any linkage between the space program and weapons development." The armistice agreement has created many issues, including Kim Jong-un's unreasonable priorities, leading to a corrupt government participating in misleading propaganda, violations of the United Nations, a deteriorating economy, and the neglect of the public's welfare. Leaders getting away with such crime due to the indoctrination and censorship he enforces. We hope we enlightened you on the reality of the conditions in North Korea today.
I'm Alex Demjanovic.
I'm Hayden Collin.
I'm Mari Hoffman.
I'm Megan Weiner.
Thank you for watching The Tomorrow Show.
Come back later.